Hello, everybody. How are you doing this evening? And we're having some technical difficulties, but we're going to have a good time here on We're Just Talking. And I have two of my favorite people with me, Charlotte Williams and Juliette Brown.
Hey.
Wow, what a combination, isn't it?
Wow.
Yes,
So
yes,
we're
yes.
yeah. So this is our first podcast. This is a
Yes.
um, We're Just Talking podcast, radio interviews. And this is our first podcast. And this is the first time I'm back on doing this after my surgery.
Wow.
And so we give God all the glory. I sometimes
Yes.
sometimes I say I'm lucky, but people will come back and they will say you're blessed. I've already know that I'm blessed. And I'm just lucky and I'm just blessed to be on here tonight with you guys. This is a Friday night.
Yes.
And we're going to go into uh, what we have is K Gold Radio, and that's what we want to talk about here tonight. How K Gold Radio, how is it impacting your life? What are we doing for you as a radio station? And what can you tell some of the people out there that are listening about K Gold Radio? I know that both of you have gotten your plaques.
Yes. And they are
Yes.
mine is beautiful. I don't know if Charlotte is amazing. I love my plant.
It's amazing.
It's
Okay.
beautiful.
I know
Yes.
that you're two phenomenal women. And so I'm going to talk to Charlotte first because she's on the left side. Charlotte,
Okay.
could you introduce yourself and tell the people a little bit about yourself?
Well, hello, everybody. My name is Charlotte Williams, and I am the hostess with the mostest. I started off with Let's Talk Gospel, which is my talk show that is airing everywhere on National Songwriters Conference, 3C TV, Radio Echelon, and so many more platforms. I thank God for it. And it has now escalated into all talk gospel, radio, and TV. So I'm here with my brand. I started off with East Texas Gospel Music Professional. Mr. Kyle Collins here is the vice president of that, doing very well. Mentored me through the years, supported me through the years. I thank God for all that is happening, all the artists that I see him working with now. Um, Casey Gold was a great addition to his radio station, KC Gospel Grooves. And I thank God for the favor that I've had with that radio station since he started it. He started out playing You're the One for Me. It got on Urban Influencer charts. I grew to develop a relationship with Marvin Mack, who is the CEO of that company. My talk show, Let's Talk Gospel, comes on every Monday night at 8 o'clock p.m. I interact on the round table with Nina Taylor. Mr. Kyle Collins here himself is there on Mondays and Tuesdays with Tangi Watts, who is the PR for Urban Influencer. Woo Bear Lewis, so many more have influenced my career. And I thank God that I was just able to have venture off into a whole lot of new additions for the new year. And I'm glad to be a leader. I'm glad to represent East Texas Gospel Music Professionals. My Casey Gold record says it all. It makes me stand apart from other artists because the proof is in the pudding, it's in the math. He shows you how many times you've been played, where you've been played. Also mentors us, gives us advice on where to go next, how to, with the things that he has learned in this industry. He showers on us as artists, independent artists, and I'm proud to be a part of this team.
Well, let me ask you this. There's some things that when we're talking, because I always go to the coaching mode, right?
Yes.
We just say hello and you say something, and I just immediately go into coaching mode. And one of the things that I taught you through, I think we've been working together for 2.5, 3 years. Uh,
Yeah.
there's no such thing as a shortcut. You have to crawl, then you walk, and then you run. And so, with that, can you expound on that a little bit about sometimes when people think there is a shortcut to being an independent artist to be able to get out there to the mass of people and to get bookings and all of that type of things? Because sometimes they think that because they're independent artists and because their voice sounds good, that it's a shortcut of getting to where they need to get to. And so I know in your struggles with starting out, that is something that we had talked about, and I had shown you that there's no shortcut in being an independent artist. Can you expound on that just a little bit?
I sure can. Well, I'll just be honest. I can write the book Music for Dummies because
Okay.
I started off, I didn't know anything about the music industry. And I will be honest, I was learn as you go. Um, I was just trial and error, if we may say. I was considered the stubborn one who did not listen, and I was doing my own thing. All as new artists, all we know is that we have a vision that God gave us, and we want to get it out. So all of these people in our ear, oh, you can do this, you can do that. That sounds great. Oh, that sounds wonderful. Yeah. And so we're not really taking valuable advice sometimes because we just want to get out there. And like he said, because that seemed like the ideal or opportunist way, it was not necessarily the best way to go because we can't see as someone new, despite your age, despite your talent, someone that's been in it for longer knows. And so that's why we depend on. I'm so glad and I'm so grateful for the elders, such as Kyle Collins, that have watched over me and, you know, and been so graciously patient with my mistakes and never just kicked me to the curb, though I made those mistakes because they hurt. They're painful mistakes. When people tell you, I can do this, and then it ends up being that. When people offer you this package, you're gonna have packages coming from everywhere when you start off, and they all seem so grand. But if you don't know the people and know their background, you'll file for anything because you just want to get out there.
Right.
It's 10% talent and 90% business. So I
Mm.
advise anybody to listen to people if they have a team. Kyle always taught me to make sure that I have a team because I found out I didn't understand nothing he was saying at first. But I found out as I kept going, you need someone for this. You need someone to tie your shoes. You need someone to brush your teeth. You need someone to comb your hair. You can't hire one person to do everything. You need PR, you need radio, you need media, you need um, magazines, you need interviews. There's so many things that come along with this. And just when you think that you've done it all, you've only finished the first year. So there's a whole nother tier of work. And many times just crossed my mind to just say, forget it. But as soon as I have that thought, the Lord blessed me with another open door. And I keep going and I keep going. And I just, I had to be a big girl and go ahead and accept some of my mistakes and just keep on with the same vision, but go about it a different way. Juliet and I can attest to some things we just went through
Yes. Ooh.
Well,
as
Yeah.
far
you
as
said-
radio, and trusting people. And, you just got to look before you leap in this industry because there's a lot of sharks out there. And like Kyle said, there's no shortcut
Uh,
because I'm on the next level now again. And I found out after I finished with this next level, I still got another level. So it's an ongoing growing process that it takes people who know how to shape an artist that can help you do it. But you got to stay close to the team that you build, and you have to be open for criticism. You have to make sure that your music is radio ready. There's a lot that comes along with that. You got to make sure that your stage presence is on point. You got to make sure that your radio sound is mixed and mastered right, because mixing and mastering is everything. It's your brand. I'll be honest, when I first started, I didn't even know. I kept hearing people say, my brand, my brand, my brand. I'm like, what is a brand?
Ooh, who told you about that?
And so Kyle told me about a brand. I'm still building my brand and I'm adding more bread to my brand. So, your brand is your baby. It represents you.
Well, let me say this. I don't mean to interrupt you, but let me say this because there was some points that you brought out, and I want the audience to know that in this love relationship that you and I have, there's some bumps and bruises. And I remember a friend of ours named Doc. I think you remember Doc.
Hmm.
And me and you had a round 15 bout. I don't know who was gonna knock who out. And I told him, I said, I am sick of Charlotte. I'm through working with Charlotte. I'm not gonna work with Charlotte anymore. And you know what he told me? He said, Kyle, have you ever had a baby? I said, I got three of them. He said, don't you have to feed them? Don't you have to change the diapers? When they crying, don't you got to hold them and you have to burp them and all of that? And so with that, when he changed my mind, he didn't tell me, no, you're going to go back and you're going to do this and you're going to have to do that. He changed my mind and say, the people that you're working with, not the whole time that you're going to work with them, that you're going to be getting along. And so then when you got to be the person that you are the mentor, and you have to be able to nurture the people that you are working with, and not get upset about some things that maybe that they're not doing or not going their way. So just to keep it real with the audience, I want you to just expound on something. We don't have to go into detail. You know what I'm saying? But just about our relationship, how it developed and grew, and we had some knockouts and things like that. And then we're going to go to Juliette, okay?
Okay. Well, since you brought it up, I
That's
would have
part of the
never kissed.
podcast.
I don't kiss and tell, but hey. Well, I was just it's mostly about us agreeing on my vision and where I was trying to go, because what I saw myself doing was different than what the elders saw me doing. And when I say elders, I don't mean no disrespect. It don't mean that he old. It just means his experience. Um, and so he saw me in a lot of areas that I didn't understand. What was that all about? Like, why do I have to do that? All I want to do is sing. Even with the talk show, like, why do I have to do that? Like, what's that all about? I didn't know I should be a talk show host. But later on, I found out how important, even to have the radio that I have now, is very important because it builds my brand. Um, and then, like, he wanted me to start doing like concert promotions and things like that. And so, all of that, I can say I didn't like it because it made me uncomfortable. We want to stay in a comfortable area. We don't want to reach out and branch out. But sometimes, your pastor or your elders that are watching over you can see things in you and speak things into your life that you didn't see that you might have potential to do that really do benefit you. I'm so glad I did those things. I'm glad I listened, because I wouldn't be at the stage that I'm in now.
Yes, we got the radio talk show. We have the radio show. I'm talking about a radio station now. and you're doing a lot of things, and I'm so happy with the walk that we had. It was sometimes the walk was kind of strenuous at times, but when you look at it from this day right here, you go back and you count it all as joy, and you say, I wouldn't change a thing. But at the time, you said, oh, I would change some things. But no, if you look at where you started from and where you're at now, you was that rose that was closed up, but you was ready to be beautiful to blossom. And so now you have blossom. You was a beautiful rose then, but it just you just wasn't developed yet. And so now you have become this beautiful rose, and now you have a lot of contact information, people. You're doing this and you're doing that. And so we still got some more steps that we're gonna work with you on, okay?
Okay.
All right. Now we're just talking. And so now we have over here messing with the hair, we have Miss Juliette Brown from Chicago, Illinois. How about that?
Yes.
And
Yes.
before I ask you who you are and what you're about and all of that, I want to just say thank you for when I was in the hospital and when I had gotten out the hospital, I had reached out to you and you said, no, I want you to get well. You called me
Yes.
later. We can do this another time. And I was in that working mode and you was in that mother nurturing mode to say
Yeah.
no, you take care of you, we're okay until you get okay. The world is not going to end. And so tell us a little bit about you and your background.
Okay, well, I started off as a singer songwriter. Didn't know, just like Charlotte, didn't know what I was doing. Just out here trying to sing. Didn't know what I needed to do. And it was a learning process. I mean, you when you first start out, you think you're gonna get all this support and all this, and doors gonna bust wide open. It don't work like that. It
No, it
doesn't work
doesn't.
like at all. It takes a dedication, takes a lot of work. When I first started off, all I wanted to do is really sing. And then it was this young lady, her name is Darcy. I didn't know her from Adam. She hit me up, hey, Juliette, you want a TV show? I said, yeah, I do. I want a TV show. Now, grant you, I don't know nothing. I didn't know anything about TV show. I didn't know what I was doing or what I was agreeing to. And then after I agreed to it, God just spoke to me loud and clear, just like I'm talking to you guys. You gonna shut up or put up? I have been asking for a door. I said, God, I need a door. I need a door. He gave me a door, and then I was scared to walk through it. So then I decided, I said, well, you know what? I'm gonna put up. I ain't gonna shut up and put up. So I just started. Didn't know what and it's been 4 years that I've had my TV show. Now I've expanded. I have a podcast. Didn't know think this was Doc's idea. Didn't think I wanted a podcast. Didn't think I needed one, but I guess I did. So I've had my podcast for over a year, and now and then I had well, this like my third. I've had like 3 radio stations. It's weird. Every time something don't work out, God opens up a new door, a new avenue. So now I have the TV show, the podcast, the radio station, and I've just joined the Texas Gospel. Didn't know anything about that, but now I do. I'm learning. I got Kyle. I got me a gold record. God is just doing some amazing things. And what want to say to everybody, it's not an easy journey. What me and Charlotte's doing, it's not. It's you're gonna run into a lot of people that's really not what they say they're gonna do, or they want you to spend all this money and do this and do that, and they are snakes. So you have to be careful. You have to study, look these people up before you trust, because it's hard out here for a singer. It's not as easy as people think. You may have a good voice, but it's more to it than just being able to sing.
And let
It's
me ask you this
not.
question. When you're talking about the snakes, who tried to warn you about the snakes?
You have, Kyle.
Amen.
You
Because
have
it's
said
plenty of them
you
out
had
here,
me.
right?
You said. Be careful who you get into bed with. And that's true. Everything somebody say, all that glitter is not gold.
Go.
It's not
You
go.
you 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 got to be careful out here for real. It's really treacherous. And my personal opinion, being in the gospel world of music is much harder than it is in the secular world, because people, it's like putting a bunch of crabs in a barrel and everybody trying to pull each other down instead of trying to work together. We work for God, and we supposed to be helping each other, not trying to pull each other down. So I
Yeah.
don't know what's happened, but that's what I've run across a lot of people trying to just destroy each other. And I'm not about
Well,
that.
well, we all are independent artists. We're not in the room together to compete against one another.
Right.
But people are competing against you and slandering your name
Yes.
because they don't have what you have that is going on. Now, uh, I know that we just really gotten started.
Right.
I know that you tell me about some of the owies that you have when you're talking. You say you get a little bit overwhelmed. Give us a little bit of that thought.
Well, I, to be perfectly honest, I am an introvert, and this is all new for me. I just like,
Hmm.
like to sing, and now I'm coming. I'm meeting people and talking, and it's pulling stuff out of me that I didn't even know I had. I'm growing every day, learning new things, and I have a way with people that I didn't know I did. People will tell me all their business. I'd be like, it's weird, but I guess Doc saw it in me. He always told me, Juliette, you are more than a singer. And I'd be like, okay, Doc, whatever. But I
And,
guess I am.
and that's what we're trying to do. I understand that you have your vision, and we want to help you with your vision.
Yes.
But we also want to steer you into a way that you never thought that you would want to go. And when you was talking about that you do radio interviews,
Yes.
has that opened up doors for you to be able to collaborate with other people?
Yes, yes. Like my girl Charlotte up there, we trying to do something. Hopefully, really soon we gonna see what happens. And it is. I'm
Okay.
meeting a whole my world is expanding. I'm meeting a lot of people, and when I interview you, you become, since we get so close in this conversation, we become family. You my family now, and I'm going to support you no matter what.
That's what K Go Radio is all about. It's family, teaching,
Yes.
mentoring, sharing with one another, all of that type of stuff. And
Yes. And
and
and KC
networking.
Radio is amazing, you guys. It's amazing, so supportive and opening doors. And the man Kyle we talking to, he's amazing.
Thank you.
Right. And I didn't even mention that he's also an influencer for urban influencer. So if you want
Oh,
to get on
oh,
the
Charlotte,
urban,
I got a new job. That's what I am
excuse
now,
me,
an influencer, urban influencer, thanks to Kyle.
And you
amen.
and you an influencer as well, right, Charlotte?
I have not. No, I
But you be on the calls and stuff and give out advice that's influencing it, isn't it?
yes.
Yes.
And I'm friends with Marvin Max, so I could actually ask him to put you on the chart. But I haven't done that because I'm gonna do it the right way when I influence someone to get on there.
Okay.
But I was saying that about Kyle because if y'all want to get on the chart, he can. He's an influencer. He has that power, and so does Juliet. Now that I'm hearing that,
Well,
it's just. Mhm.
I'm happy to say that we have three people that is on the charts that I've been pushing for about 90 days. And I remember one of the songs that she was getting on the charts, Charlotte. I said I'm not going to run that again because it had run for a long time. And that next day, it came out on the chart.
Wow.
And so you have to be patient. You have to take your time. Now, when we're trying to get you on the charts, it's not a guarantee. You have to have your numbers and you have to have your spins. But uh, we're trying to get you out there to radio stations so that your numbers can come up so that you can be part of that uh, urban influencer uh, chart.
I thank
And
God for Marvin Mack. I thank God for my new radio station.
Yes.
I has seen my new website, and I'm featuring new artists every month. That makes me so happy, especially when I hear the music of the artists that I mentor and I'm friends with, and I hear their music come on the radio station. That means everything to me. So it's my radio station, WATG Atlanta, is to push the indie artists. That's what it's all about. I'm proud of all of you. I want you to keep going.
Yes.
Eventually, I want to have people up under me. Y'all know I'm a songwriter. I'm an artist developer. Kyle taught me how to listen to music and make sure that it's sounding right. Some people don't want to be critiqued, so if you don't want to hear anything, you're not in the right industry
You
because
gotta have a tough skin. This is not for the weak and the weary. You gotta have a little tough skin to be an artist. You
yeah,
really do.
because a lot of people put a lot of effort in it, but sometimes you got to change production people. You can't stick with the same people because you love them. This is business.
you have to have a team, and your team is not one manager. You have to have somebody to do your social media or to help you with your social media. You have to have people to go out with you whenever you're developing your music. You have to have a lot of other people that is surrounding you to help you make decisions only because of one person. This
Can't do
industry
it
is so
all.
big that it has so many avenues. You cannot be good in just everything. You have to pick certain things out and be good at that, and then have somebody else to help you with in other areas.
Well, thank God for the new year. I have new distribution now. I found out that Warner Brothers is gonna be help pushing my music.
Woo!
Um, yes, I'm so
Wow!
excited. So now I'll
That
be
is wonderful.
moved to the next level. Like I said, you know, it took a lot of being vulnerable to, and I'm still, you know, getting advice on what is acceptable and what is not. I'm glad that I was able to delegate a lot of duties now so that I don't have to worry about doing my own social media, you know, contacting, even though most, I found out I know as many radio people as I do artists.
Wow.
Yeah. So, but I don't have to worry about that part right now. So, I just want to say, I thank God for Kyle Collins. I thank you for your life. That's
Yes.
number one. I thank God for it. Because man, I couldn't believe it when he called me and told me about this. Him going through and going to the hospital and everything. That's just how fast he would have been gone. And I would not have known. I don't know what that would have done to me, but I thank God he's still here.
Me
I
too.
thank God, for the direction. He's always rooting me on. He's always my number one cheerleader. Um, and so, that kind of thing, just knowing that you have that love and that support makes you want to go on. And also is a confirmation that you're doing the right thing
Yes.
in the kingdom.
Okay. Well, we're going to do this. We're going to give Juliet the last 5 minutes, and we're going to have a part two of this podcast. Amen.
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 Yeah, because we want to keep the audience engaged in what you're doing, what
Mhm.
K Go Radio is doing for the independent
Yes.
artists, and to keep me straight. And you said that you was happy about Marvin Mack. And we thank the urban influencer for everything. But I thank you two ladies, because without you two ladies, I can't do my job. And without you
Amen.
two
Well,
ladies
we thank
shining,
you. We thank you
We thank
because you guys, y'all need to get with Kyle and Kay. If you want your music to be pushed, he is the man that can do it. You know, you want a gold record? Better get with Kyle because he will take you through the steps that you need to learn to be an artist. You just can't be out here like by yourself. You need someone to guide you because you were going through rough waters as an artist.
yes, you are.
People don't tell you the stuff you need to know. A lot of times you have to be Googling and figuring this stuff out on your own. But if you got someone like Kyle in your life, he can help guide you. So I suggest y'all get with him. And
Yeah.
Casey Gold Records. Come on,
There
y'all.
And
we go. Come on,
get that
y'all.
plaque. Get your plaque.
Yes. It's
Get your
nothing like it.
spins. Be able to come to what you call a banquet. Be on the showcase, and you don't have to pay to be on the showcase.
Yes.
Get connections. Be on the round table with the urban influencer. Get you some
Yes.
information that you can connect with people, and that's
And-
what we're all about. I want to ask you, Miss Juliette, one question.
yes.
Uh, what is your legacy? What would you want your legacy to be?
I want to be known as somebody that didn't mind opening doors for another artist and guiding people. I want to be a mentor and let people know that even though it seemed like it's impossible, nothing's impossible if you truly believe. You got to believe in yourself. You
Amen.
know, that's what I want to leave.
Okay. And so, Charlotte, I'm gonna give you that same question. Your legacy. What would you want your legacy to be?
I just want people to remember how much I really love God and how, my gift connected the nations to worship the Lord in spirit and in truth,
Yes.
and show them the way to the truth and the light.
Amen.
I'm convinced of this great gospel. I haven't given up on it because His word is with me, it's in me, and it will never fail. So
Yes.
I just want to be remembered as a leader in that area, great praise and worship person with wisdom, a great woman of God.
Okay. Well,
I like that, Johnson.
my legacy for the music industry would be that the people that I come in contact with, that I be able to help them to be able to go further than
Yes.
what they have begun to become the artists that they are at now, and to introduce them to people that will carry them further than I can carry them. And I want that in this industry that my name doesn't get tainted as
Yes.
far as a shark, as
Mm.
I want to be that little goldfish. I want to be that one that you can pick up in the water, and you can pet it or whatever you want to do. I want to be the type of, I'm using the word manager, but I want to be that type of mentor that we talk on a regular basis. Charlotte and I, we started out on Mondays, and now we talk lately about every other day. Juliette, same thing. Our day is on Monday, and we talk whenever we have some opportunities. And I'm here for any artist that
Yes.
wants to be part of K Go Radio, and we're here to help you to become more than what you can be. And
Yes.
so I want to thank you two ladies for being on this podcast tonight. We're going to have part two maybe next month. And we just on this podcast. And do y'all remember the name?
We're
We're
just talking.
just talking. That's it. We're just talking.
We're
And we're
just
going to,
talking.
yes, and we're going to engage the audience with the things that you know, and that we can be able to help these independent artists. Okay.
Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you for
Let's
having me,
go, y'all.
Kyle. Thank you
Thank you,
so
Kyle
much.
Collins.
All right.
Thank
Y'all
you.
have a blessed night.
You
Good
too.
night. See you
Good
next
night,
time.
everyone.
Good night.